Thursday.
All right, we're live everywhere.
We're live?
Whew,
All right.
sorry, I'm still learning this stuff.
Oh, I know. It's hard to get live on all these different platforms. So, what's up to Deborah? You're drinking Earl Grey Imperial Tea. Connie, lots of water and peppermint. Hello, Connie Doherty. Lisa Lau, chai tea. Nice. Therese, I think you're drinking chamomile with a touch of saffron. I especially love that one, given that my older daughter's named Saffron. Deb Miller's got chamomile, calendula, and tulsi with a few stevia leaves.
Okay, and I just got word that we sound and look okay on Instagram, so everything's good.
Cool. Good
Look at
deal.
this. Look at this. Ooh, oh, I just dumped some on myself.
I just pulled out my chamomile leaves, which have been steeping, chamomile flowers, I should say. And I'm excited to have a drink of this because I feel like I've been running on adrenaline for a long time with this, everything going on in the world. And just this week's been crazy. So cheers, Jay. You ready?
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah.
And
Let's see.
you know, go Dortmund.
Go what?
This is the Dortmund football team.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Our previous au pair was from Dortmund, and she got us all this gear. So now I look like this crazy
Fußball fan.
football fan.
Yeah, nice. What do you want to talk about today? We're
Well,
drinking chamomile tea,
well,
huh?
let's talk about chamomile for a second. I mean, one of the cool things is, let's see if I can do this without dripping too much, but like this chamomile that we get at the store, look at that. It is beautiful. Look at these flowers.
Take some spilling it, yeah. But yes, I know they're gorgeous flowers. I just poured some myself. Um, your nice metal strainer gives a nice view into that. It's
Yeah,
good.
it's just like obviously people drink chamomile tea at night and stuff, and they just want to chill out, right? So there's that element of it that is sort of classic, old school kind of. Your grandma, your mom used to tell you drink some chamomile tea, right?
Yeah. Do you say chamomile or chamomile?
I think I think I'm a 50-50 kind of dude.
Yeah, yeah. Or I say Kamillen because I speak a little German, and
Yeah,
we'll talk about that in a second because I have a lot of Kamillen products. But
we we had like it's also incredible in a bath too. So dad used to say, like, put it in a sock or something at the apothecary.
yeah,
Put a big handful of it in there and soak it in your
yeah,
hot
just wrap
hot
it in
bath.
a
Yeah.
cloth and put a rubber band around it
uh,
and make a bath out of it. Yeah. Also, I know that a lot of times for either for problems in the lower regions like hemorrhoids or recovering from surgery, recovering from childbirth,
yeah,
uh,
sitz
making
baths, right?
making a sitz bath with that and a few other herbs
Well,
and
we have a
maybe some
mixture
salts.
actually. We have a good mixture that
Yeah, we'll link that.
yeah, we'll
Our
link
sitz
that.
bath is awesome.
It's awesome. We made that. Lori actually put that
Yeah,
together after we like she and I did a bunch of research on these herbs, and then we got to try it out with with our kids being born around the same time, and
yeah.
sure enough, it was an awesome product. So
Yeah, I want to give a few shout outs before we talk about that to Tony, who's on our store team, calls it the little shy magic flower.
this
Tony, you have
this
such a way with words.
this I do like. This I do like, as Tony would say.
I
This I
love,
do
I
like.
love, I love when Tony jumps in. And then someone anonymous on YouTube said, checked out the Apothecary website. That place is big AF. It's pretty big.
I mean,
Yeah.
the apothecary or the site.
The Apothecary is, we have 15,000 items across two storefronts.
It's
It's not
packed.
necessarily huge in terms of square footage, but in terms of the number of items packed into place, there's
Yeah.
really very few places in the world that have as much density of product per square foot as we do.
I mean, it is. It is. If you're not prepared for it, it can almost be a little bit like, you know.
Yeah.
There are people who, while we were shopping in at Christmas, they would be like, I can't even deal. They were like, I'm gonna leave and get a hot chocolate from Saint Marie and come back because I wasn't prepared for this amount of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. No,
And
you definitely need to. I feel like sometimes some people need some coffee or chocolate, and some people need to drink some chamomile tea to come in because it could be a little overwhelming. And
oh, speaking of
but
Saint Marie, I'm glad they're reopening, huh?
yes,
Ah,
reopening for pickup. Sel Marie, we actually Lisa, who works with us in our teas and just poured me this chamomile into my tea strainer, is also works at Sel Marie. Um, we love Sel Marie. Big up to Connie, to Brigitte, and to the whole team there, and Lisa and everybody. They are awesome. So I can't wait to go pick up some food there and some coffee ASAP.
oh man, the quiche of the day being back. That's just like a little win in and of itself,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
And yeah, I haven't seen, I know they're starting with a limited menu, but I hope that includes some scones. I know it has some cinnamon buns because she brought some in for us today. And
Oh,
let's
that's
not forget the
lovely.
croissants, right?
Yeah.
I don't even eat most of that stuff because I don't do a lot of bread given my blood sugar issues. But if I'm going to cheat, I'm going to cheat with a celery croissant, right?
I do know. I
Yeah,
cheated
yeah,
many times with you while we were
yeah,
working together.
yeah. Um, Yeah, who Deb asked chamomile German or Roman. Ours here is a German. It's Matricaria chamomilla, which is German chamomile, I believe, and it's awesome.
I mean,
Uh,
let's talk a little bit about chamomile, chamomile.
chamomile, yeah.
Let's talk about chamomile tea and other uses potentially besides just a bath and for drinking. One of the biggest uses we had at the store, honestly, was the tea bags, putting them on the eyes.
Mm,
So you make a cup of chamomile tea, and then you lay back and you put the bags on your eyes. People use that as an under eye treatment, but also for styes.
yeah. I
It-
mean, again, like this is not something we could say for sure. Anything on your eyes, you've got to be careful. So we're
yeah,
talking
that's the
more like,
beauty of chamomile, though. It doesn't irritate. I've tried this, and it does not. I've had a sty, and I've used it, and I'm sure the hot compress does something, but the chamomile is a calming effect as well.
yeah.
And it's nice to be able to use something on your eye that you don't have to be like freaking out, like, oh, it's on my eye, right?
I've definitely done it. I don't get it anymore. Thankfully, I've been going through allergy shots for a couple of years of the actual things that I have allergies to, which is like tree pollen and animals. And
Yeah.
that's been a huge help in my life. And I'm happy to talk about that sometime. But when I used to, in the spring, when the trees, like right now, would be blowing up, I would get massive allergy eye symptoms to the point where sometimes, like, you could barely see my eyes because they'd be so swollen. And I'd come inside, like hide in a basement somewhere that's cool and just like put chamomile tea bags on my eyes, put some headphones on and lay down or something because it was just too much. And it is really soothing, to have those. I wouldn't open my eyes, obviously, but it just kind of brought down some swelling and inflammation. Um, yeah. The other thing about chamomile is like there are these ingredients. Let me see if I can pull up the name and remember it. But it's an ingredient that is specifically a part of chamomile that has stomach soothing. It's anti-inflammatory, but it has like it's really good for stomach issues to calm everything down.
Oh
So
yeah,
digestive,
ulcers,
upset,
ulcers. Yeah,
etc.
people use it for ulcers. That
Yeah,
was in the store. Maybe Pops is here, and maybe he'll chime in.
yeah. I'm looking at, and this is like, I've looked at a bunch of things this morning, but this is WebMD, so they're not like saying things. They're referencing research. They're talking about like calm anxiety, settle stomachs, um, mild sedative. It seems like its research shows success. Um, they're it's I don't know. It's such a magical herb, and one of the ways that I find that I've had a huge success with it is that this is another allergy side effect, but I used to get mouth ulcers, like as all
Yeah,
the histamines would break things down. If you ever are a person who gets like sensitivities and you're getting canker sores on the inside of your mouth or irritation, or you bit your the inside of your cheek, and then you get like a little ulcerated area that's sensitive.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Chamomile, you just drink that, swoosh, gargle with it. And we have some products that are pretty cool with that. These German products where they've used it historically. So I grabbed some on the way up here. This is like a mouth and kind of a throat spray. This is Camilleson. They use chamomile as the main ingredient here.
It's a concentrated extract form of chamomile in that, and and actually, you know, like when I worked the front with Pops, that was one of his number one recommendations when people would come in for if they were in chemo
Yeah,
and they were susceptible to tons of mouth sores. If anyone,
yeah,
I'm sorry if you've had that experience and gone through
yeah.
that,
But it's pretty common.
but it's really common. And so this was, and people would come back and say, you know, like everything I'm going through, you know, sometimes when you're going through huge stuff, like right now, like it's crazy out. And the thing that's killing me is I have an infection in my hangnail. That's like driving me insane, right? It's like these little things that are difficult to let go of so that, you know, so that you can just kind of
Yeah,
you just hang on to them. So I feel like mouth sores in the midst of something that momentous is like another one of those things. And the people that would come back to and talk to Dad, I remember watching it and they were just like,
yeah.
"Thank you," you know, so grateful, and they
Yeah, that's one of
swear
those
by
things
it,
that
you know.
there's not really a great solution out there. So chamomile in a concentrate. So I kind of showed concentrate and a mouth spray. We have both. You can kind of do it a spray or a concentrate. Also, this it's a great because of the same thing. It's just a great healer and soother. So chamomile in a salve form. The same brand makes a famous German salve, Camillesan Salbe, which is a salve, and it's just a great thing to put on cuts, scrapes. You should actually put it on your hangnail.
No,
You know,
I did the tea compress last
you
night.
did
Yeah, yeah.
nice.
I did like I just wrapped the tea bag around because that in that particular format, tea bags are great. You know, we usually prefer loose tea, but when you're doing a compress on the eye or on a cut, like the beauty of that is that the tea bag is already a hot compress. You just have to
Yeah,
wrap it, you
totally,
know? Yeah.
totally. It's awesome. And yeah, we like the chamomile flowers. This is our chamomile flowers. We also sell bags from Germany. Those big, like 50 bags in one. It's a great deal, and it's one a very
Teakana.
popular product.
Yeah.
Akana, yeah.
What did it used to be called? It was Pompadour, right?
Pompadour, yeah.
Deb Miller says we were here in Chicago. In Chicago, it grows well everywhere, and you can just pop the flowers right into your teapot and brew fresh chamomile tea. I mean,
Yeah,
it is amazingly. She's right. There's like a sweetness to the fresh stuff that's a little less earthy than the dry stuff. Although
yeah. Although this has a sweetness too.
our
This
dry
is a
stuff
light
is
sweetness.
really good. It's a really good chamomile.
Yeah. Um, So Connie Doherty talked about in a chamomile Mexican chamomile baby shampoo is pure magic. I believe it. There's a lot of hair care products that we have carry
A
chamomile
lot
because
of
it's so
baby
soothing.
products in general,
Yeah.
you know.
And Therese said the same thing. Hair rinse brightens the hair, soothes the scalp. A lot of products for colored hair, and in German products, it was always chamomile was always in the, like when you had like lines that have hair care products for different hair colors and types in like the blonde fair hair category. Not that you can't use it with any kind of hair, but I remember growing up, it was always in the German lines that the lightened hair had chamomile products. So
I wonder if it's like a milder rinse, you know what I mean? So that
yeah,
if it's treated, it's not going to rip, you know, already sort of compromised hair because the chemicals you have to go through to treat it are, you know what I mean?
yeah, totally. The other thing is, and I don't say this like, I'm just sort of talking about uses rather than saying, hey, you should definitely do this. But the historical usage of this is you make a tea, let it cool, and use it in colic treatments for babies, right? And actually, chamomilla, a treatment for babies, is often used as it's a boron homeopathic treatment from chamomile used for teething, right?
Yeah, not just teeth, yeah, irritability, teething, colic, everything. You know,
Yeah,
we've used the gripe water. You know, so I think one of the brands has chamomile, one of them
yeah,
does not. One of them is just anise and fennel, I think, and ginger. But yeah, it's great. The kids I'm using right now. I got a teething kid right now, so using
Yeah.
Camilla all
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Talk about allergies from season check connection Pseudomonas stringae. Crazy. I got to check that out. I don't know actually, but this is a bad allergy season, and I've had a number of people on our team just say even they don't normally get them, and they're dying right now with that. So definitely something to look into. Um, Xlear classical homeopathy for let's see. They're talking about what is best at breaking up. Someone asked what is best at breaking up mucus other than Guaifenesin. Better or enhances it. If it's deep chest, we always that Myrtol. We talked about it a few days ago. Myrtol. We'll link it up. It's a product that is essential oils that has a great ability to break up deep chest mucus and congestions.
Yeah, and if it's up here, then oregano is definitely is world class at that. The other
Yeah,
thing, yeah, go
well,
ahead.
I just think the neti pot too. Neti pot or what is the one, the squeeze bottle?
Nasal pure.
Nasopure. Yeah, that's we sell that one. I really like that. I've been using it every day with what's going on in the world. I do it morning and night,
Yeah, me
just like
too. Me too.
flush it out.
Wash it
And
out,
I
wash it out,
noticed that
and then gargle. Yeah.
at the beginning, right after you do it, it can feel a little like swollen, but then everything calms down. And usually about a half hour later, it's funny. I try to do yoga in the morning, and I'll do
You
it a
get a
couple
big
times
drip.
beforehand. But I'll like do downward dog, and then like it's like a little faucet went on in my
Yeah,
nose,
I
and
know.
like drips all over my mat.
I
But I
know.
always feel like, hey, it's a small price to pay. You get everything just opened up and is cleansed out. It's good stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Other things for, breaking up mucus. If it is a deep chest thing, plantain. Since we're talking about tea, drinking plantain tea, and then we have a syrup called Tannin.
I think it's coming in stock today. I don't even know if it
Yeah.
is, but we'll link it up.
The Tannenblut syrup is like, Tannen, we know, oh Tannenbaum, wie treu sind deine Blätter, it's
It's
Christmas
a pine
blood,
tree. It's a pine tree.
pine blood is what it says,
Yeah.
Tannenblut, right? It's the
It's
pine
thick.
sap, right? But they add plantain to that,
And a
and
few other things.
yeah, and a few other things, and that's really good for deep chest. Also, I think that the Obas formula also has plantain in it too, which is a great formula.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when it comes to in the sinuses, one thing I found, it's not for, with all of these things, like I find I'm sensitive to some things, other people aren't. So just keep in mind, like, if I had a magic bullet for allergies or for breaking it up, there'd only be one thing we sell. But unfortunately, everyone kind of reacts differently. But what I would say is, I really like the homeopathic formulas from Nature Bio because if you know for a fact that you're allergic to some particular thing, like they have a tree formula, and it's like they're using the pollen from 20 different
It's
trees that
like a
are.
mini vaccine, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. I really like that. And then they have like a grass formula
Their
and
cat,
mold yeast dust.
their cat and dog and pet one is amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
amazing.
sort of like the non-shot version of those of that kind of idea.
Yeah, it's giving you in tiny, tiny diluted doses actual cat and cat dander. And
Yeah,
I haven't had anything without going to like extreme drug land, anything work as good as that. Excuse
yeah,
me.
yeah. That's cool. Therese said she gave all her kids boron camellia, and it kept her sane.
Oh, Camellia
Yeah,
is the name of their
yeah, yeah,
colic
yeah.
remedy, right? Or the
Yeah, or
teething
the
remedy. Yeah.
teething. Yeah, yeah. It's I'm thankfully past those days, as I think you are, as I know you are, Therese. But Jay's still in the middle of it or at the end of it, so I know he can relate to that. Very.
This kiddo's teeth are coming in very late, so I should be done with it. But I got like 10 more teeth, and then I'm good. So
She
we're
operates
over.
on her own schedule. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, that's. I feel like if we, other than lavender, if I had to look through 15,000 products in our store, probably if you had to pick one ingredient off the top of my head that is in the largest number of products, it might be lavender, right? because lavender is in everything, not as always the predominant scent, but if you look like lavender oil, anything
Yeah, yeah.
calming, any soaps, any mouth products, there's like lavender and everything. But chamomile is going to be up there with the, I wouldn't doubt if we have hundreds and like many hundreds of products that have chamomile in it
Oh, for
at some in
sure,
some
for
way.
sure, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
it's a magic. There's when you work in this industry, there are certain times where you just feel like you kind of realize like the you can get religious about it, or you could get sort of like the wonder of nature and biological about it, but it's a sense of wonder, whatever flavor you take, whatever your personal flavor is, there's a sense of wonder around like the fact that these plants would exist, or something would exist in nature that is just is such a gift to humans. Do you know what I mean? I love
Yeah,
that feeling. I
yeah.
love that.
It's
That's
am-
like one of those little awe feelings where you just start to feel like the world is magical.
it's magnificent, and the like, yeah, just like the sheer amount of uses of one thing can be just, like so many of these herbs have so many. But chamomile just feels comical, almost like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, what's wrong with you? Yeah, try it; it'll probably work.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's great. And then just that, it's not like when you talk about sleeping, the one thing I want to say, because so many people, I would say, right, sleep is one of the top questions. Like, what do I use to sleep is one of the top questions we get all the time.
Yeah,
And I would say that it's not that chamomile is going to be like a knock you out. Like valerian makes you drowsy, right? May not be for everyone, but it does have a drowsiness that for some
yeah,
people is great. Chamomile is one of those things that I feel like if you're one of those people that you're kind of like a good night's sleep is hit or miss, or just getting to that point where you calm down
yeah.
enough to just like then let your body do its own thing. Chamomile can just be that great push you over the edge thing. And I feel like I always think of it as if you're going through that and it's like I have it more than one day, I'm like, why don't I just have a cup of chamomile tea before I go to bed, like an hour before? And I just find that I'm like, I just feel happy and ready to go to bed
Yeah.
and settle down regardless of what happened that day or what kind of, things I'm stressed out about.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes, we've been talking a lot about taking moments before moments, right? Like
Yeah.
taking
Hey,
moments before things that happen, and this is like that's a forced moment to stop. A hot liquid, actually, Dad will tell you, the hot liquid will drain blood from the head, especially in a bath, but in general, it just does that, and
yeah,
it calms you. It's calming, and the
yeah,
calming is getting, even though it's not as strong, it's
yeah,
getting closer to the root of the problem
yeah,
than
yeah.
taking a stronger herb or drug that is just making you drowsy,
That's
because
just counteracting one symptom. Yeah, I agree. First of all, speaking of the devil, hey, Lori just joined a minute ago. Lori, I don't know if you heard, but we were talking about you and
and your
your role
sits
in helping
bath.
create the sitz bath. So thank you for that. We're talking about chamomile today, but good to have Lori on.
G joined, our brother. He says hypnotic sleep aid he loves from, is that
Yeah,
Irwin?
no, four
Four
elements.
elements, sorry. Yeah, that's an
Yeah,
extract. Yeah, he puts that in a tea, in his good night tea every night, I think, or most nights. And somebody else was saying, "Thanks for carrying feather blades. Your shop downtown is a shaver's paradise. If you think our shop downtown is a shaver's
yeah.
paradise,
Thank you for saying that. But come up north then, because I would say downtown is great. Up north and up in Lincoln Square will
blow your
explode.
mind."
Uh,
Yeah.
Next week, Jay, we're doing some shaving, men's grooming stuff because we've had a number of requests.
Yeah, we'll do it. Maybe I'll take the rig up to the bathroom and see if it works. We'll
Nice,
see.
nice. Yeah, and tomorrow, I'm not to get ahead of ourselves, but tomorrow we're going to have Dana from the store join, which is awesome because she's amazing, first of all. Second of all, we're going to talk about how do you make sure you have a great Mother's Day gift for
Oh,
people in your
good.
life, for
That's
the
great.
moms in your life. We're doing some awesome things with curbside pickup, but we're going to basically have Dana and other people on our team kind of next week able to do some sort of custom consultations
Cool.
and like make some really beautiful gift bags that for just like ready to pick up and give,
It's
right?
great.
'Cause, like
You
right now,
know,
you don't want to go to the store and like buy the tissue paper and
yeah,
the
yeah,
wrapping paper. So
all
like
that.
we're just gonna try and take care of you.
Yeah, my mother-in-law was saying like, can you please do can you please do that because like she's like, people in the office are doing things for everyone else in the office. Like her boss sent food to every single person who works there, sent a dinner, and she was like, I want to do something for the people on my team. Can I just like say I need 6 bags, here are the addresses, and can you tailor 3 of them for black hair? And I was like, yeah, we can do all
Yeah,
that. Just call, you
yeah,
figure it out. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, that's
totally.
awesome. Yeah.
Lori just said, I like to drink a cup of tea while sitting in a shallow bath of tea. That's, sounds like a
That's
plan.
awesome. Yeah, so but that'll be cool also to see Dana. I just want to see her because I love her, but also it will be really cool to see her. Just to get for people to get like a little bit of a inside perspective on what it's like to pivot and work retail right now and do
Yeah,
curbside and online when you are in it to actually interact
yeah,
with people and what that must be like, right?
totally, totally. Um,
So we
yeah,
might need some very energetic tea for her because she probably needs the energy.
no, you know what? Dana brings the fire all the time.
Is
She
she?
thrives on talking about things she loves. So
Cool, cool.
uh, we're gonna be good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice.
So Thursday, man,
Thursday.
it's you have
I
to
asked you how
remember.
you were doing, and you were like, I am ecstatic right now. I was like, wow.
Yeah, there's like right now every day. I mean, there's some difference for me for weekends because I'm walking over to work and helping keep things rolling here. Um, but let's be honest, it's way less difference than you're in normal life pre-COVID. So it's like right now, it just kind of feels like different flavors of the same day repeated again and again. And some days are great, and some days are
Happy
uh,
Blur's Day.
yeah. Yeah. So, but today happens to be a good one for just like a lot of reasons. Like things are just kind of falling into place some days, and some days they're not. So,
Yeah, yeah, for
um,
sure.
so yeah, you said any info on stuff better than Guaifenesin. Hard to say, when you're talking about a drug like that. Again, local honey can be good for allergies. I talked about the Nature Bio. Um,
Sid and
I don't know
Tatum
what others.
says nettle works for me for allergies for sure. And if you want to look at, I would say the closest thing we have to something like that dries up mucus is like a sinupret, right?
Yeah, Sinupret, HAS formula from Nature's Way. It's not bad. Um,
Sinupret has had like lots of trials though in Germany and has shown to be super effective for an herbal formulation. If you're looking for something with less side effects and a little bit and a
yeah,
little bit more natural, that's a great formula. It comes in a syrup. They make a kids version. My kids take it. It's awesome.
yeah, no, that's true. You're right.
And Herb Farm, I love Herb Farm. I'm just like obsessed with their stuff. So that when you can get stuff in liquid, do it
Piece
in
G.
liquid. Do
Yeah,
it in liquid. It's absorbed better into the bloodstream, and it's easy to carry around a little dropper bottle with you, and you look like a cool potion maker.
I love liquids as well. Yeah, the Lawabo. It's maybe not as much for. I haven't used it as much for allergies as I have for just general sinus and respiratory issues.
I think the word
But
means cold killer, right? Like it's
yeah,
like they
Lawabo is an herb, and I like the herb farm one. There's from Nature's Way.
The one from
My
Herb
other,
Farm is far stronger, though.
yeah,
It's
well, it's
like,
in an alcohol base. It's definitely strong, but I love that one. So yeah. But
yeah,
anyway, today's a good day. I'm trying to make every day a good day. Focus on gratitude. It's easier to do when I'm drinking chamomile tea.
hanging out with my brother. I agree. See you, G.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so I don't know. I think chamomile is like one of those things that you should just have a thing of it in the house since it has so many uses anyway. It just feels to me like whatever it should be like a staple good, right? I think
Well,
that's
it's
the
like this big
definition of
thing
staple good.
we sell for $12. It's like this is
No, yeah, but I have the 3 ounce. It is
yeah
packed so that
yeah this is so tight.
you can't even get the first spoonful out
I
without
know.
spilling flowers everywhere.
When I opened it up, it was like poof, and just popped all over
Yeah,
there.
it's crazy. Here, let's see
Yeah,
if I can show people. Here, look how beautiful that is.
and smell it, right? Smell it, Jay.
Yeah, I will. I'm just
So
showing
good.
both cameras.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Ah,
asked what other sites is it on. Right now, we're running on Facebook for Small Flower, Facebook for Merz Apothecary, Small Flower TV on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Hopefully, all working well. But if you're not having good reception in one place,
MERS Facebook's got a late start. There was a hiccup, and I had to restart
okay.
it. So yeah,
But either way,
yeah.
yeah. So look us up on any of those. Yeah. Anyway, Jay, I'm gonna bust out and go eat some lunch and finish up this tea. Tomorrow we'll have Dana on. I can't wait. That's gonna be really fun. By the way, we right now, literally as I'm speaking, we're finishing the receiving of a giant container's worth of goods from Germany. So many bestsellers that have been out are going to be back in stock. We've been waiting for
That's
this,
great.
like later today or tomorrow. So including that Tannin blue syrup, that stuff is amazing.
I mean, it's like so good that I kind of just sometimes I just keep it by my bedside for a couple extra days
Yeah,
after my
yeah,
cold is over, just because I like a little slug of it.
yeah, totally. Who doesn't like a little shot of pine syrup? Pine syrup with backed by plantain.
Oh, it's awesome. That's great stuff.
So anyway, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Much love and.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Shoot out a yeah.
Friday.
We'll giveaways. Hey, somebody who commented or showed love today will get some chamomile tea. We'll send it out. All the stuff will be going out probably tomorrow or Monday for this past week. So if you won, we'll reach out to you shortly. But either way, we appreciate it. Hope to see you tomorrow. Much love. Take care.
Peace.